So as some of you may be aware, I'm in fact allergic to caffeine, and you would have been made aware of that fact thanks to the previous video where I explained how I went blind thanks to caffeine. Maybe I'm just unlucky, or perhaps it's a fact of life that the things that we love most will hurt us most. Now if you are a lover of caffeine, don't click away just yet, because I too am a lover of caffeine and have recently become addicted to it again, and I had to go through the ups and downs of cutting it out. Why I cut it out? Well, I'm about to explain that to you. You see, there's this common misconception that caffeine actually gives you energy, and that's not the truth at all. The way caffeine works is it binds with the adenosine receptors in your body and simply masks the symptoms of being tired. So you're synthetically awake. You're not actually awake, your body and mind is still tired, you just can't feel it. You experience similar effects from medicines that you may receive over the counter at a pharmacy that'll simply mask the symptoms of whatever illness that you have. You still have that illness, you just don't experience the symptoms as much. Now, I'm not going to bombard you with a bunch of scientific information as to why you shouldn't cut out caffeine, because often our emotions matter more than facts, and if you love caffeine, no matter how many facts I throw at you, you're not going to cut it out. So rather, I'll explain to you the experiences that I've had. I've been drinking caffeine for most of my life and I've really enjoyed it. I really like the taste of coffee, I really like the taste of tea. There are a few downsides to it, and one of the main reasons that I did cut it out is that I didn't like that it was making my teeth yellow or darker. And when I first decided to cut caffeine out, that was the main reason. But little did I know that I would experience both horrible withdrawal symptoms as well as an increased level of energy and decreased anxiety. You see, caffeine is a drug, and in fact it is listed as one of the most addictive substances in the world, high up there with heroin, cocaine and alcohol. So you can in fact become addicted to it even if you think you aren't. And we know this because of the withdrawal symptoms that you may experience when you try and cut it out. And there are a couple ways that you might want to try to cut out caffeine. The first is by going cold turkey and cutting it out completely. The first time I ever tried to cut out caffeine, this is what I did, and I experienced horrendous headaches for the next 2 days. It didn't last as long as some people may experience withdrawal symptoms, which could be up to 2 weeks long of headaches and mild migraines, confusion, anxiety, depression, and a general feeling of wanting to punch a wall. There's a couple reasons you might want to cut it out completely. Perhaps you feel it would be easier to just cut it out and forget about it completely, and you'll have more time to experience the positive benefits of not having caffeine in your life. But maybe you don't want to experience a few days of downtime, or maybe even a few weeks of downtime while your body readjusts to its natural rhythm and biological clock. So you could try weaning yourself off by using a month-long system in which every week you use 25% less caffeine than before. So you substitute 1 cup of coffee every day with a decaffeinated cup of coffee or tea. But don't forget that decaf does in fact still have some caffeine in it. So if you are planning on cutting out caffeine entirely, then you may want to use something else instead of decaf. The method that I used most recently is to cut out 1 cup of coffee every day. So I was having up to 3 cups of coffee a day, and I would cut out 1 and replace it with decaffeinated tea. I did this over a period of 6 days, so every second day I would cut out 1 cup of coffee and replace it with decaf, and on the 7th day I replaced my decaf tea with water instead. This time I didn't experience too many side effects, as bad as it was the first time I tried to do this, where I experienced excruciating headaches and I tried to take a nap, and my headache was so bad that I couldn't even nap. So I sort of lounged around all day and eventually caved in and had a cup of coffee and a headache tablet. But it also made me extremely tired and I fell asleep and wasted the rest of the afternoon. Overall, even though caffeine makes me lose my eyesight, I do enjoy the taste of a nice cup of coffee now and again. If you found any of this information useful, please hit that like button, and I'm not going to tell you what else to do because this is said at the end of every single YouTube video and I'm sure by now you know what to do. So, I'll see you in the next video. Hit subscribe.